The blizzard howled like a hungry wolf across the empty plains of Montana in the winter of 1875. No one came to Caleb Thompson's lonely ranch for miles around, yet one freezing night a knock shook his door, and with it came a woman who would turn his quiet life upside down. Caleb was 32, tall and strong from years of hard ranch work. He had lost his parents young, and the wide-open land was his only family now. He raised horses, fixed fences, and cooked simple meals for himself. Most days he spoke only to the wind. So when he opened the door that night and saw Selina standing there, half frozen in a thin coat, with snow in her thick, dark curls, he could only stare. Her warm brown skin glowed softly in the lantern light, and her clear brown eyes looked straight at him with quiet strength. She was about 25, brave but carrying heavy sadness inside. "Please," she said, her voice steady even though her teeth chattered. "My name is Selina Jackson. I have no home, no family, and no money, but I want a child. I want you to be its father." Caleb stepped back, shocked. "Ma'am, you're half dead from cold," he said. "Come in first. We'll talk after you're warm." He gave him his only extra blanket and made hot coffee on the wood stove. Selina sipped slowly and told her story in simple words. Her family had been freed after the war in the South. Fever took her parents and brothers back in Louisiana. She had traveled west alone, hoping for a new life, but bad luck followed her. Lost jobs, stolen savings, and one cruel man who left her with nothing but pain. Now she wanted a baby more than anything, but she needed a good man who would stay and teach the child how to live on the land. "I heard in town that you are honest and alone," she said. "I am not asking for love, just a promise that you will care for the child if something happens to me. I will work hard to earn my place here." Caleb sat quiet for a long time. The wind screamed outside. Inside his small cabin felt warmer already. "This is the strangest thing anyone ever asked me," he said at last. "But I won't turn a woman away in this storm. Stay tonight. Tomorrow we'll see." The next morning the snow still fell thick. Selina did not wait to be asked. She put on an old coat Caleb gave her and went straight to the barn. She brushed the horses with steady hands, fed them oats, and spoke softly to the big brown mare named Daisy. Caleb watched from the door, surprised. Most women feared horses, but Selina moved like she belonged there. Days turned into weeks. The winter grew colder, but the ranch grew busier. They fixed broken fences together, carrying heavy logs through the snow. Selina learned to milk the 2 cows and chop wood without complaint. Caleb taught her how to mend harnesses and cook thick stew from the deer he hunted. In the evenings they sat by the fire. She told stories of her childhood in a warm Louisiana town. He shared memories of his father teaching him to ride. Little by little, Caleb saw the real Selina, not just a woman with a bold request, but someone kind, quick to laugh, and stronger than the winter wind. One night in February, the temperature dropped so low that the water bucket froze solid inside the cabin. They wrapped blankets around themselves and talked until the fire burned low. "Why do you want a child so much?" Caleb asked gently. Selina looked into the flames. "Because I lost everyone," she whispered. "A baby would give me a family again, and I want that baby to grow up safe with a father who teaches him or her to be good and brave like you." Caleb felt something warm open inside his chest. He had thought he was only helping a stranger. Now he knew it was more. He liked the way her eyes sparkled when she talked about horses. He liked how she never gave up, even when her hands blistered from work.
He liked the quiet peace that filled the cabin when she was near. By March, the snow began to melt. Small green shoots pushed through the mud. Caleb and Selina rode out together to check the far pasture. The sun felt warm on their faces for the first time in months. That evening, after they put the horses away, Caleb stopped her at the barn door.
"Selina," he said, his voice rough with feeling, "I don't want to do this just because you asked. I want to be the father of your child because I love you. I fell in love with your courage, your kindness, and the way you make this lonely ranch feel like home. If you'll have me, I'll marry you proper. We'll raise that child together as husband and wife." Selina's eyes filled with tears. She had come here ready for a cold bargain. Instead, she had found a man who looked at her like she was the sunrise after the longest night. "Yes," she said softly, "I love you too, Caleb. I didn't know it until the snow started melting, but my heart has been yours for weeks." Spring arrived like a promise. Wildflowers painted the hills yellow and purple. The ranch no longer felt empty. They planted a small garden together, potatoes, beans, and a few rose bushes Selina brought from town. Caleb fixed the old rocking chair so she would have a comfortable place when the baby came. In the quiet evenings, they talked about names and dreams. They laughed when the new foal tried to eat Caleb's hat. They held hands while watching the sunset paint the sky orange and pink. By early summer, the preacher from the nearest town rode out and married them under the big cottonwood tree by the creek. Selina wore a simple blue dress she had sewn herself. Caleb stood tall in his cleanest shirt. No big crowd, no fancy music, just the two of them, the horses watching, and the land that had brought them together. The lonely ranch that once held only one man now rang with laughter and hope. As the days grew longer and warmer, Caleb and Selina knew the truth deep in their hearts. What started as a strange request in the cold winter had become something beautiful and real. It was not just an agreement anymore. It was love, trust, and the beginning of a family that would grow strong on the wide Montana plains. And every night when the stars came out, Caleb would pull Selina close and whisper, "Thank you for knocking on my door." She would smile and answer, "Thank you for opening it." Their new life had only just begun.
Thank you for riding along on this story. Drop your location and time one more time if you'd like. And if it touched you, like, send some stars, follow, and share it with someone who needs to hear it. See you in the next tale.